What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Mystique Meredith, Windwalker 57, Weiss Rose, Emperor Tiger Star, Zix Cafex, Golden Pants, Kyle the Warrior, Melody Richardson, Rodney Huggins, Zach, NB, Chaos Vesperia, Marvoius, and Alexander Pritt. Thank you all very much for your support. And if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. We'll see you there.
So I was driving over here today and I saw this guy standing on the side of the road with a sign. And you want to guess what it said?
The end is nigh.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
Jeffrey
something
Epstein
like...
didn't kill himself.
Yeah, that's actually what it is.
Yeah. Okay, before anyone starts in the comment section, this is not about left and right. This is not about conservative and liberal. This is not about any of that stuff. This is about what is right and what is wrong. And there is a lot that is wrong with the shit that has been going on with Jeffrey Epstein. Mm-hmm. Now, I encourage anyone and everyone out there, please, be civil in the comment section. That, like I said, this is not about left and right. I hold no sides. I don't believe in any sides, but I do believe in this. I believe in exposing the truth, because the truth deserves to be out there. And no matter how you feel about Project Veritas, no matter how you feel about all the negative juju surrounding them or anything like that,
I don't know anything about them.
So
I'm just now hearing of them.
So James O'Keefe is an investigative journalist who just so happens to get people, insiders, to wear hidden cameras and microphones and record higher ups within companies, like proving that they have biases, that they're hiding stuff, and that they're lying straight through their teeth.
Extremely risky.
It is. It is. It's very risky.
I mean, you could get your ass sued off for that.
Well, he's had several suits brought against him, but
I bet he has.
But it's for the sake of investigative journalism. That's the whole thing. And you see, James O'Keefe, no matter how you feel about him, he's not Alex Jones. He doesn't make these ludicrous assumptions or anything like that. He sees the evidence that's in front of him, and he makes logical deductions, which I don't know how people will take this, but everyone out there, there's going to be a thing down in the comments section. If you believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, then there will be an option for that. But if you believe Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself and that he was killed, I mean, it'll be down there. You'll know what to do. But I really don't know what the hell to make of this. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on, dude. A lot of shit. And I haven't seen this. I've heard a lot of people mention this. I saw that Joel Heyman from Rooster Teeth shared this. And also a few friends of mine shared this to me and said, we need to do this. So...
Okay, here's something that I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead.
From a perspective of someone who is in a very powerful position with a lot of money, and if I was innocent of, like being in a pedophile ring and shit, but people were trying to be like, yeah, you part of this shit, and Jeffrey Epstein's going to reveal you, I would use my money to make sure that fucker stayed alive. I would hire, dudes that I personally trusted, the biggest dudes I personally trusted, and deck them out to the gills with weapons and shit to personally guard him. I would have someone watching him 24/7 that I trusted. I would be paying all of my money to make sure that dude stayed alive, because I want him to tell everybody what he has to say so that we can actually have a case going where it can be proven that I'm not part of that shit.
But that just goes to show you that there's more guilty parties, or at least more malicious
and
guilty
it's
parties.
The fact that
innocent.
this could happen, whether it be coincidence or not, just makes everything all the more suspicious to me.
Yes.
So
So
that's just my 2 cents on that.
I guess without further ado, let's see what O'Keefe and his crew found out. This is video leaked ABC News insider recording exposes hashtag Epstein cover up. We had Clinton. We had everything. Here we go.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed, because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying, there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you be the witness, please?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth except the truth?
Yes, I do.
First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air.
That's tape leaked to us by our latest network insider. This brave insider works at ABC News. ABC News anchorwoman Amy Robach is talking to her producer on a hot mic. She says she had the Jeffrey Epstein story 3 years ago, and her bosses at ABC News spiked it.
And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed, because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal.
Our insider told us this tape was recorded earlier this year in late August, a day or so after this NPR report came out sharply criticizing ABC News for not broadcasting the Robach-Giuffre interview years ago.
ABC has episodically covered the scandal, yet the interview was never broadcast, and Giuffre says she was never told why.
Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying, there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
But the creepy thing is that we would make access to all of these high-profile.
Well, then I got a little concerned about why I couldn't get on.
On the leaked insider tape, Amy Robach says she had the Jeffrey Epstein story 3 years prior, but her exclusive interview was shelved. Robach says in the leaked tape there was a lot of pressure from Buckingham Palace. According to NPR, the famed lawyer Alan Dershowitz also pressured the network to kill the story.
Shortly before the interview was due to air, Harvard Emeritus Law Professor Alan Dershowitz called the network. He was also one of Epstein's lead defense attorneys.
We wonder if the story was killed to protect the rich and powerful. It seems few were worried about protecting the women who may have been Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Remember, Epstein was still a free man 3 years ago. And just to be clear, the interview has still not aired. What is ABC News waiting for, or who are they still protecting?
She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything.
Robach also has no doubt about what happened to Epstein when he finally was arrested and jailed.
So do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. Yeah. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
I mean, when I heard he was found dead, it's just someone.
I knew immediately. And they made it seem as though he made that suicide attempt 2 weeks earlier. His lawyers claimed that he was roughed up by his cellmate around the neck. That was all like to plant the seed. And then, that's why I really believe it. Like, really believe it.
The last of the leaked tape has Robach talking about alleged Epstein conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell and how she should be very careful.
He's got to have left evidence, like, in the, unexplained.
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell, who I had all sorts of stuff on her too. I love it. I'm like, it's so funny to hear everyone say her name next. I'm like, oh my God, like, I had all this, and everyone was like, who's that? Who cares? I kept getting that. Who cares? She knows everything. She should be careful. Well, she was his, like, she went out and recruited all of these girls. She should watch her back. Because if she goes, I mean, I'd have like security guards all around me.
The brave insider
she needs security guards all around her after
does
this.
not know who at ABC News spiked the story, but someone at ABC does. Our question: who killed the Epstein story at ABC News and why? Help us find out. James Goldston is the president of ABC News. What did he know, and when did he know it? Here's the landline number for ABC News President Goldston and his Twitter account. If you're an insider at ABC News or any other major media outlet or big tech company, and you have seen corruption or bias, contact us at projectveritas.com/brave.
Be a catalyst for change. Be brave. Do something.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, it is. Some heavy stuff, man.
Yeah. If she goes missing or otherwise turns up dead after this got leaked, then that's just absolute confirmation of like everything. There's not that many coincidences in anything. Like, if coincidences continue to pop up, like, one more coincidence means it's fucking fact. Like, basically, at this point, in my opinion, anyways. It's like, one coincidence is just a coincidence. 2 coincidences is fucking weird. 3 to 4 coincidences, there's actually something going on for sure.
Yes.
And there have already been, like, a lot of coincidences with people who, like, are big enemies of Hillary just turning up dead and shit too. So,
well, Epstein, the thing with Epstein is that it wasn't just the Clintons. It was because there's even talk that, you know, like we talked about, the royal family having ties to Epstein. Also, not only that, but Elon Musk, big, like Bill Gates, big people, dude, like big powerful people.
That would be horrible for Elon Musk to have gotten into shit like that.
I don't know if he got involved with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know the full extent or the full details. The only person who did know one side of the story, Jeffrey Epstein, he's dead now, and we'll probably never know. Actually, there's a running theory right now that Epstein isn't dead. He's that they planted
Witness
a fake
production.
body. Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility, but I don't know on that. like, I know witness protection is a thing, but I don't know how often they fake a death to get somebody into it.
Yeah, they do, actually. They do a lot. You'd be very surprised as to how...
One of the things, though, is that his brother, right, actually hired a dude to autopsy him. You know,
private doctor.
Which this guy said that it looked like he had been killed. And you would think that if that wasn't him, he would have been like, yo, this isn't even his corpse, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, true.
So that kind of debunks that theory a little bit, I think. I mean, unless he just, you know, like, I mean, I would think to, like, be like, all right, we're going to DNA test and possibly identify this as him, like, first thing, dental records, whatever we have to do, you know? It's like, first thing, yeah. Like, but surely he would have thought of that.
Surely, yeah, he would have.
If I thought of that, surely he would have thought about that. So I think that debunks that theory a little bit. I think he's actually dead. But the whole thing that he was like, yeah, these don't look like killed yourself injuries. These look like strangled to death injuries, you know. That's another reason that I'm kind of just like, yeah, I kind of don't fully believe that he killed himself.
I believe he was killed. Personally. That's just what I believe. I personally believe the man was killed. And like I said, guys, this is about the truth. This is about us seeking the truth and finding out how deep this rabbit hole goes, because this is something that needs to be investigated. Justice was not served. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's dead now, so that means the book's closed. No.
So I wonder how deep the rabbit hole is, and what if it comes up that, like, yeah, like, most of, like, the major, like, millionaires and billionaires in the world at some point got in on this shit, and, like, what are we even going to do about it if it happens? Like, will the justice system even be able to do anything to them when they're in as big of positions of power as they are?
I would hope so. It's just knowing the truth, dude. Even if the justice system can't effectively do anything, it's knowing this. Because how do you hurt these people? You cut their legs out from under them and you take their money away. And how do you take their money away? By not buying from their companies. By completely blacklisting their companies and not buying from them. Could you imagine if someone from Google, like a big name from Google, was involved with it? And then all of a sudden, after that, people uninstall Google Chrome, go with Firefox or any other browser out there.
You would have to stop using so many things, though.
Yes.
Like, we would have to stop doing YouTube.
I know. That's a scary thing.
Yeah, we would have to stop using Facebook. Like, you'd have to...
No,
like,
Facebook, that's Mark Zuckerberg. That's not Google.
Oh, I thought Google owned Facebook. At
Hell no, dude.
Okay, good.
Hell no.
At least there's that. At least you can use Facebook to talk about it. But, I mean, like, who's to say Mark Zuckerberg isn't in on this?
I don't know.
He's a big figure, but I'm just messing. Like, you know, unless something actually comes out that someone was involved, for sure, I'm not going to be like, oh, what if they were in on it? Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking scary to think that shit like that could be going down, you know? And, like, people who are supposed to be in positions to keep the world running well and shit are doing this dark of a shit, you know? It's like, that's a scary
crazy
thought.
This is crazy, dude. This is some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you all think? I mean, feel free to voice your stuff down below in the description. Also, I am going to have it's going to be a comment. It's going to be, like to think if you think Epstein didn't kill himself, or if Epstein didn't kill himself, and if you believe he did kill himself, leave a comment and explain why.
Also, I know you're probably not listening, and you probably already typed your angry comment at this point, but if I did say anything just blatantly inaccurate or anything, I haven't done a shit ton of research on all of this. I've just followed what people have said. You know, it's like I got most of my information from this issue on word of mouth, so if you want to destroy me in the comments for something I said that was just dumb, go for it. Like, sorry. Like, I know you probably won't hear this and you've already typed your comment and told me to fuck off, but...
You're alright, dude.
Just saying.
You're alright. Alright, well...
Like, this is purely just us having a conversation, just going off of what we know, you know, so...
Yeah.
if you got more info for us and want to constructively give it to us, I'd appreciate it. So,
all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning into this. If you want to see the original video, link is in the description down below. And if you want to see more from us, there's a subscribe button, there's a bell that you can ring, and once again, thank you all very much for tuning in. And Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Good night.